What's going on, guys? Zennosh here, and today in this video of Calibria I'm presenting to you guys a guide on a very popular 3-star net hero unit known as Harpy. So before starting this video, please do subscribe to my channel. Alright, can you please do that? And now let's start with her skills discussion, alright, because it's very important to understand her skills before we actually jump into the runes discussion, because it's pretty essential to know like how she's actually gonna perform before we have to we can finalize what sort of runes is actually gonna be optimal for this particular hero unit, right? So first skill is known as Rip. Dash towards and attack an enemy, so single target attack, 370% of attack and damage to the target, and causes bleed for 1 turn. 100% chance to cause the bleed for 1 turn. That's pretty good. Bleed is a sort of like dot skill that can reduce the HP of the opponent by 5% of its max HP per tick. Okay, so that's how it is. It's actually pretty much effective against the dungeon bosses, but in arena really no scope at all. So now let's move on to the next one, that is the countering chain. Link with an ally for 2 turns. If either the caster or the ally is attacked during this time, the other hero will counterattack. So there's a really good chance to counterattack because there are 2 heroes involved, so any one of them got actually attacked, the another one will attack. So in this kind of situation, you can actually link with your main DPS type of hero unit, right? And then you can just counter frequently. That's good. That can be possible, but I think it's not really that very amazing skill on the first place. But her second skill is totally amazing, and this is what I am actually gonna use if I have her. Restore 15% HP to all allies. 15% is pretty decent, not really that high though. To all allies, AoE skill that is pretty impressive, and increases their resistance to critical rate for 2 turns. This is really great, especially if you want to save yourself from the crit rates hits, especially in the arena battles, under some certain circumstances. Then this is pretty good, especially if you are fighting against a certain opponents that can deal a massive amount of crit damage in AoE skill. Then this Siren Guard can actually be a very good help. Alright, so that's what I have to say about it. Now let's move on to the next skill known as the Siren's Power, which is also pretty impressive on its own right. Let's look at it. Summon the Siren's Power to regenerate 30% HP and 30% energy of all allies. 30% HP is freaking huge. Guys, it's freaking huge. If you actually skill enhance it up, then that will be pretty great as well, and the cooldown can go up to down by 4 turns. That is also really awesome. 4 turns, wow, that's pretty good. This one pretty much coincide, or sort of it's pretty much parallel to the skill of the Bellona from the Summoner's War, the light Inugami. This one right over here, guys, it's so good. It's really good. I like this. This can actually provide you a very good first hand, especially in the arena battles, because as soon as you get that 30% energy for all allies, you will have the first attack. You will be 1 step, or let's say 2 step ahead of your opponents, okay? And this can really give you a very good setup so that all of your allies can dish out all their skills even before the opponents can get their chance. And usually it might be KO for them, because if you have a really good setup team, then I think with all your teams working in a very good synergy, will be able to annihilate your opponents. So this is pretty powerful, not only for the arena contents but even for the dungeon contents, or let's say the catacombs. So I really love this skill right out here. Very good survivability skill right out there, a very top-notch skill. Now let's move on to the version 2. Is it really going to be really great? Reduce all allies cooldowns by 1 turn and grant them haste for 1 turn. This skill cannot reduce its own cooldown. Well, it has a cooldown of 4 turns and it's pretty good. Especially if the battle is prolonged too much, especially in the dungeons, this can actually be pretty great, especially if you want to give your main DPS type hero unit, or let's say attack type hero unit, an extra turn so that he or she can clear out the opponents pretty fast. All right, so Silent Blessing is really good at that point. And now let's move on to the next one, that is the Siren's Wings. It's a passive skill. It says increase speed by 20% and an additional 10% for every 10% of HP lost. All right, so wow, that's pretty good. I mean, like, she's gonna be a really speedy unit as long as she starts to get low on her HP. Okay, but I really don't think that it's gonna be really that effective. But if you really want, I mean, like, I really don't think that this is very good. Just stick up with this third skill or version 2. Version 1 or version 2 is actually gonna be the best. I don't think the version 3 is actually gonna be of any use. But if you guys have like different opinion, please let me know in the comment section below with some really good like explanation, and I will actually look into it. I'm pretty much loving this game so far because of you guys, that you guys are pretty much backing me up with a really good and legit type of information about all the units. If I am wrong, you guys call me out, and I really like that. All right, because like in the end I also learn, you guys also learn, right? So leader skill, allied able heroes, speed plus 23%. That is great. That's great. 23% attack boost, I mean like speed boost. That's good, especially for the PvP arena contents. Wow, that's good. I like it. So this is the reason why Harpy is really one of the top tier 3-star net units in the game, even though in my tier list I just got her in the A tier, which was really a bad move from my department. So I will really try to, like, correct that one pretty soon. Anyways, Harpy is really amazing. Now, what sort of runes are actually gonna optimize this particular amazing unit? Now let's discuss about that one. Well, Harpy is a assist type of unit, so that means the most amazing rune that she is actually gonna get is the Agile rune. That provides her a speed stat boost, alright, or the Berserk rune that can actually provide her extra turn as well, and making her a little bit more special and effective. So let's discuss about these runes in detail. What it does: 4 pieces gives you a 25% speed boost. That means like higher the speed you have, the faster you are gonna get your next turn after using your turn. Okay, meaning like you will get your another turn really fast. And also at the same time, higher the speed you have, the higher the chance that you will be the one to be the first one to execute your skills as soon as the battle starts. And that is actually going to be very crucial for Harpy as well, because in her third skill she will be giving a 30% energy boost to every allies, which can give you a tremendous advantage against your opponents in the arena. All right, and that is very important, guys. So Agile rune can actually provide you such tremendous advantage, and this rune really gives her that top edge. So for early game content, even in the mid game content, and even in the end game content or late game content, Agile runes is very important indeed. With 6 pieces being equipped, 15% of the energy at the end of the turn will be saved. Wow, that means like you will be getting your next turn much faster. So Agile rune, this is the way to go. But you can actually go with the Berserk rune as well. Why? Because equipping the 6 pieces of this set will actually give you a 30% of chance to gain the bonus turn as soon as you have used your turn recently. Alright, so that means like as soon as you get your extra turn, that means you are also receiving a 1 turn cooldown on your skills as well. That means like you will be able to spam your skills, and also at the same time you are very near to use your main skills, your second skill or your third skill again right after you have used right now. Okay, so that also really can shorten or reduce the gap between using your main skill and then the next time using that same skill again, which can be a very tremendous advantage in the dungeon battles and as well as the arena battles. All right, so good luck for the catacombs with this one. This one is pretty great. And now with all these two runes, type of runes, what sort of primary stats should you really go with this kind of runes? For the second slot, all right, please try to go with the speed stat boost as the primary stat. A lot of speed, that means you will get your next turn pretty faster, and also at the same time there's a high chance that you will be getting the first turn right away as soon as the battle starts, which is going to be very important and very crucial for the Harpy. Provided that she can provide that 30% energy boost to everyone, that's pretty great. Now let's move on to the fourth slot. In the fourth slot, please go with the HP percentage boost as the primary stat. Obviously she's assist type, so she also needs to have a lot of endurance, and I believe that her healing is pretty much dependent upon her max HP, meaning like 50, that, you know, the 30% of her max HP, right? So that's the thing I believe, because like the description is not that explained and that was explained in detail, but that's what I think. Even though if it's not like that, that means like HP percentage boost as the primary stat will also give her like extra endurance, meaning like she has to actually survive in order to heal all the allies, isn't it? So higher the HP she has, the more endurance she has, the more she is actually gonna last, the more hits she is actually able to take. So that means like she will keep on healing. The more she survives, the more she is gonna heal, right? Now the next thing is the sixth slot. Please try to go with the hit percentage as the primary stat, or you can even go with the HP percentage as the primary stat if you really want to go for more endurance. But for that bleed on her fast skill, hit percentage is actually going to be very important indeed. All right, so it's really up to you on what you really want to build. If you want to go on the safer side, go with the HP percentage boost in the sixth slot, or you can go with the hit percentage boost if you really want to make sure that the that bleed is actually gonna be landed on your opponent, especially in the dungeon bosses, or let's say the catacomb bosses. It goes a long way. Please do keep that in mind. So that's the thing for the second slot, the fourth slot, and the sixth slot. And now what about the substats? Okay, those 4 additional stats just below the primary stat. Please try to go with the speed boost, defense percentage boost, health percentage boost, and hit percentage boost. All right, hit percentage or accuracy percentage, both are pretty much the same thing. These 4 substats are actually gonna make your Harpy a really amazing unit. Speed boost, defense boost, HP percentage boost, and the hit percentage boost. All right, so this is it for today. If you are pretty much confused at what I have just recently said, please check out in the description section below of this video in order to gain those kind of like details and information in the written format, okay, so that you guys have easier time in grasping all of the things. So this is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to keep on enjoying the contents of my channel, and see you guys in the next video.